Welcome everyone to the Game or Die Show. My name is Ryan Moore, and tonight we're going to be playing some video games. That's right, we're going to be playing a game that I've been looking forward to for a very long time. A game called Wreckfest from Bugbear Entertainment. Bugbear is a developer that made some of my favorite racing games. The not Burnout, sorry, that's Criterion. Flat Out. Flat Out is a really interesting racing series, and the first two were made by Bugbear, and then they kind of went off on the deep end, and they kind of, I don't know if they lost the license, but they changed the license for sure. And I'm actually really excited to play this because Wreckfest was the game that came out a few years ago in 2017, and it was, I think, my game of the year for that year. It's incredible. And they finally have pulled out in early access Wreckfest 2. So that's what we're going to play tonight. Unfortunately, my voice is going off the deep end again. It's super, super sore and scratchy, and I think I'm getting sick for a fourth time, and I literally have no idea what's going on with my body. I honestly think it's partly because of the studio, because of the weather, because of it not being insulated. I think I just constantly am getting sick because of this stupid weather. Constantly fluctuating. It was 70 degrees, now it's 30 degrees. I don't know what's going on, so I don't know if my body's going to hold up over the stream. I wanted to stream for 4 or 5 hours tonight, and I cannot even fathom that happening tonight, but I'm going to go for as long as my body will stay up. So let's get started, and let's begin with a little bit of Wreckfest. How's it going, Boy Octane? How are you doing? Ginger and horseradish sucks so bad. I hate horseradish. Okay, I gotta get some water here. Hold on. All right, so we are in the scrap yard. We'll see how that works. Okay, so there's no music so far going on. And the settings, I kind of looked at this. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, so this is a early access game. I don't know what's in this game, and I'm kind of interested to see if it's like an actual game or if it's more of a tech demo. So we're just gonna start and see how it works. It looks like there's no music at all. Okay, it looks really nice. Very low camera angle. I don't know if I got more camera angles to work with. But so far, the driving feels good. The solid physics on these Bugbear games, man. This looks really nice. I would like a little bit further. There we go. Just a little bit further pulled back. Oh no. Oh, this is a cool junkyard level, man. I'm digging the level. If there's not a whole lot to this demo, I think we'll jump into the original Wreckfest and continue playing on that, because that game is phenomenal. And we played a little bit of it last year. And so I'm just interested to see what this new game has to offer. Ooh, man, dude, that is some rough driving. Yeah. I wanna lick the windshield, right? The graphics are so nice looking. Nice and shiny. This video card is pulling its weight, I'll say that for sure. I really do think this is a solid video card, but I do want to get a 5090 for VR. I definitely, for VR and VR mods, I definitely want to get a 5090, but it's just not in the cards right now. They're pretty much impossible to find, and then also way too expensive. The scalper prices I'm just not willing to pay. If I can find it for MSRP, that's a different story. But that's still $2,000. That's insane. Yeah, 5090s are crazy, crazy expensive now. Like we're past pandemic pricing right now for graphics cards. They're worse than pandemic pricing. Okay. So how many laps? Oh, 4 laps. Okay. So we got 24 cars on screen in this race. That's a solid amount. 24 cars is a lot. And you know, this level, it looks like it's got some overlapping track layout, which I kind of like. I've always liked that they've done those like figure 8 levels or overlapping areas. It definitely screws you up during the race, right? But it also is really, really fun. Like right there, oh man, that could have caused some major issues. And Wreckfest, this Bugbear Games, Flat Out and Wreckfest, they require you to feather the accelerator a lot more than what you would do in a normal racing game. I come from a background where it's more arcade racers, right? Where you just jam on the accelerator and you don't let up until after the race is over. You never once let off the accelerator. But with these games, they're much more simulation-based, but not so much like Forza Motorsport or Gran Turismo. I've never been a fan of those games. I will say I do like the Forza Horizon games, which are more arcade-style racing. Point-based, you know, and things like that. But these ones, I don't know. Like I've never liked the Gran Turismo or simulation stuff, but for whatever reason, Flat Out and Wreckfest like speak to me on a deep philosophical level. Oh yeah, the ones on I'm trying to think of what that is. The ones with the cops chasing you, that's Hot Pursuit, Need for Speed. Need for Speed, Hot Pursuit. Those are great games. If you never played it, if you do end up trying Need for Speed Most Wanted from 2011, 2012, I think it was 2012's Need for Speed Most Wanted. That is an unbelievable game. It is so good. I would really like to actually play that game on stream at some point. I think that would be really, really fun. All right, cool. So we did that. 5 laps or 4 laps, 5th place, about a minute per lap. Not bad. World record 53 minutes. Okay. There's assists on and things like that. I don't know if I would want to have some of the assists on and stuff. Okay, so let's back out. Let's back out to the main menu. And I hope there's more than just a single race. Scrapyard. Okay, so there might only be one map to this game, which I don't know how I feel about that. I'm going to back out. Yeah, Most Wanted was in 2012. And the reason why I remember that is because do we have more cars? Hold on. Okay, cool. We at least got some more cars. Excellent. Yeah, maybe I unlock more maps as we go through. All right, so we got the Road Slayer, which was the car that I rode. And it's a valiant knight of demolition derby racing, clad in a muscular steel body and forged with a big, deep beating heart. Road Slayer slays anyone who dares to cross its path and conquers the track in sheer might. It's a good looking car. What's up, dude? Hold on 1 second. Let's see. I'm getting... There we go. Yeah, what's up, Shadow Wizard? How are you doing tonight, buddy? All right, so the rocket may not look like much, but it features a simple, compact design and a reliable engine that makes it well-suited for any challenge. Whether it's adrenaline-fueled racing or hard-banging demolition derby. All right, and then we got the American One. American! With a sleek body and scrappy spirit, American One is a perfect choice for any racer looking to grab groceries and then leave a trail of wreckage behind. And all this on a shoestring budget. And then we've got the European One. Featuring a retro chic boxy design, European One is the epitome of an understated cool and the ultimate weapon of choice for those twisty backwood racetracks. In Europe, car drives you. Okay, I like the Road Slayer, but we'll try the Rocket. Ooh, all right. We got designs and in painting and stuff. Do they allow you to? All right, cool. Yeah, we can customize it perhaps, or maybe not. I don't think it's actually letting me. No, it's not letting me choose other designs. That's weird. Front bumper? Nope. I guess they put it in, but are not allowing you to select anything yet. Whatever. That's fine. All right, single race, custom. Okay, cool, here we go. So a quick race, if I select that, it just goes into Scrapyard. But if we do a custom race, we can actually go in and do the different tracks and things like that. So we'll do that. So if you are just joining us, we're playing Wreckfest 2. Slow Savolax Sand Pit. This high-speed dash through a derelict open pit mine offers many challenging corners and rapid elevation changes, guaranteed to test most daredevils of racers. Oh, nice. What movies are you watching? Okay, so main circuit and main circuit reversed. I wonder if this is the same track from the first game. There's a track in the first game where it's like a mine pit area, and I think that's this. And it's like one of my favorite tracks in the original Wreckfest game. So let's see if we got Cloudy Midday, Banger Racing, which I think is just like an all free-for-all. And we can't select any different game modes. Grid size, I don't know what grid size is. Okay, I'm assuming that's cars. Let's do 24. 3 laps. All classes. Realistic, wrecker, or normal. We'll just do normal for now. No delay. 1, 2, delay. No delay. And then, yeah. And then, like I said, we'll do the rocket for this one. Yeah, this looks very similar to that first, or one of those tracks from the original game. All right, all right. Excited to play this. Oh, 1408, Room 1408. That's a great movie. I love John Cusack. I've always loved John Cusack. There was that and Shutter Island, I believe, which were very similar-ish styles of movies. I liked actually both of those. Shutter Island was awesome too. That's with Leonardo DiCaprio. Secret Window with Johnny Depp. Yep. So I saw part of Secret Window, but I never actually watched the full thing. My wife and I have been talking about every once in a while. Okay, there we go. I was like, I need to reset. Every once in a while, I'll bring that up and go, yeah, we should watch that, and we just never have. Now, I don't think this is the same track, but it feels very, very similar. Oh man, dude, look at this. This looks beautiful. I'm digging this game, man. Oh. All I want to do is play this game right now. Like, I want this full version 1.0 release right now. And here's what I'll say about this. Yeah, I think this is the same track, maybe a different layout. Like it's the same location, but a different layout. Because this hairpin turn is definitely very, very familiar. And it feels like it starts out kind of the same. That's interesting. So what was I gonna say? So this is the thing with this game, and this is what I'm a little tiny bit wary of, is Wreckfest 1 came out in early access in 2014, kind of near the end of 2014. I think it was like November, December. And I remember this was back when like you had Kickstarters and just the very beginning of early access. And I was really wary of it. Even though I love Bugbear, I did not want to give my money to a game that wasn't finished. That was still a fairly new concept. But, and I've showed it off before, they said if you give us money now, you get the tech demo. And the tech demo for Wreckfest is like this super, super weird, type of tech demo where you just have a bunch of obstacle courses and things like that, just showing the deformation of the cars. And it's really, really cool. And so I went, okay, at least they're giving me something really rad to play around with. So I took the gamble and bought Wreckfest 1 in 2014 for, I think, like full price, like 20 or 30, 40 bucks. And then I played the demo and then waited and waited and waited. And it wasn't until 2017, 3 years later, that the game finally came out in early access, or in 1.0 release, with the full story mode and all the, you know, gimmicks and everything. You know, it was a full-fledged game at that point. So I really hope that they're not going to spend 3 years building up this game, and I don't want to wait 3 years for this game to be finished. I'm also very wary of early access because when I play games like this in early access, I play them and then get bored of what I've played. You know, I've had my fill, and then I don't want to ever come back to it, because by the time I come back to it in 1.0 access, I've played a good chunk of the game at that point. I've either played the part of the story and burned myself out on it because I get really bored really quickly. And we've talked about this a million times. This is why I don't replay games, because once I experience the story, going back to a game just is infinitely boring to me. It's so extremely boring. So that's why I don't replay games. Ooh, I did really bad on that one. The Eye. I don't think I ever saw The Eye. I would like to. I like Jessica Alba, so I'll watch that. We're gonna try that one again. I'm gonna try and get better than 21st out of 24 places. Yeah, there we go. Much better starting. Already off to a bad start though. I tried to kind of get out of the rabble here and ended up on that side. And man, I am fishtailing. Whew. But this is cool. I'm really digging this so far. So I think I'm gonna keep talking because my voice is actually kind of feeling a little bit better as I talk instead of just trying to sit here and not talk. I just hope I don't ruin it. So I'm just gonna try and talk and speak softly tonight, but I'm gonna try and just keep talking for a while. It's interesting. I've been waiting and waiting and waiting, and I've had this on my calendar. And so today I was like, yeah. So I bought this game earlier this morning while I was at work. I was working and teaching. And I finished a little bit early for work today, so that was really nice. And I was like, dude, I just want to sit down and play Wreckfest 2. But I knew I was going to stream it tonight, so I've had to sit around all day waiting to play this game. And do you know how sucky that is? Oh, dude, look at that car just go flying over the railing. That was great. You know how sucky it is to have a video game that you want to play, but you have to wait to play it? Like, and not even because you're doing anything else. Like, you're literally sitting at home going, I could load this up and start right now. But I always like playing games on stream for the first time, right? I want my reactions and my, I don't want to come into the stream already of playing this game, because then I would not have as much fun. I am not doing good again. I'm in 22nd. Man, shoot. Oh no. Okay, we gotta reset. Reset. Hopefully the audio's not too loud. I've been having some weird streaming issues. My software, so I installed some new software, and I think it's a software conflict issue where the software that I installed, which I kind of need to for the new equipment that I got, is causing issues. And I'm having a real hard time with some of my regular software, like my chat software has been crap in the bed over the last couple of streams, which has been frustrating. Bot attacks, things like that, which haven't happened in months, are now happening again. It's rough. But this is cool. I'm really digging this game so far. I'm ready to play the next track, though. I'm definitely ready to play the next track. I really liked that that junkyard level. That was a pretty cool level. This one feels more familiar because I think it really is. Ooh, dude, did you hear that screech? A tire screech? That was good. I'm bad, though. I'm bad at this level. I think it's also because I'm streaming and not really paying attention too much. Like, I'm not doing a good job of drifting around these corners. When I'm paying attention, I'm doing a little bit better, right? I'm focused on the gameplay finally. And like I said, feathering that accelerator is key in these. Oh man, shoot. Oh. And I got 21st place again. As long as this guy doesn't hop out. Nope. We're good. We're good. Yeah, 20th. Dude, that guy crashed at the actual finish line. That poor guy. Poor guy. Okay. All right. So let's back out and let's start a new track. How's everyone doing? I hope everyone's having a good week so far. Mine is not great, but that's okay. Okay, so we got Speedway Race, Speedway Derby. Ooh, and the figure. Let's just do one by one. We've got the time. Partly cloudy midday. Sunset. Ooh, let's do a sunset. And let's do the American one. Yeah, American. Okay, so this looks like a really short, small track. That's why I guess they have 3 variations. There we go. Well, this definitely has a much bigger pickup and go. Much better pickup and go. It feels very responsive. Like the other cars, they're muscle cars. They feel heavy. This one feels like it's made of plastic and is just light and on its feet, ready to go. You know, maybe a little light in the loafers. I don't know. It's a phrase you don't hear anymore. Okay, so, oh, wow, we only have 3 laps? I should have probably set the laps to much more. But, dude, look at this. I'm in 3rd place. Heck yeah. Oh, that was a bad turn. That was a bad turn. I could have done better. Could have done better. I can almost smell the rubber. Oh, I almost got 2nd place, man. Almost got 2nd place. Okay. Yeah, I gotta mess around with the cameras. I got new camera mounts, and I got some other fun extra stuff. And so I've been messing around with that during the week as I've been working and off camera. And that's actually pretty cool. I'm really liking some of the new tech that I got. But it's just finding the time to set it up and, you know, test it out before going live. That's kind of hard. Time limit. I don't want time limit. Let's do 5. Well, it doesn't give me laps, so maybe it's just set as, you know, you have 3 laps. Now, we'll do the American one again. We'll do American so this is Speedway Derby. So is this all Demolition Derby? We'll see. Yeah, this is Demolition Derby. Nice. That is something that I hope to go to. Oh, my radiator's leaking. That's not good. Oh, man. That's one thing that I really hope to do at some point soon here within the next year. It would be go to a Demolition Derby. I don't believe I've ever actually been to one. I've been to monster truck races. I've been to a tractor pull at the Iowa State Fair when I was very young. But I don't... Oh, I got a flat tire. Yeah, T-bone. T-bone. That's what they call me. It's just... just narrowly avoided me. Look at that flat tire, man. The deformation in this game is one of the coolest parts. Oh, there goes my suspension. Yeah. Oh, that was a good one. I remember when this game originally came out, the first one, you could damage your car so much that it became basically a cube with wheels. And I love that there's humans in the car too. That's one of the biggest things that I've never really understood much in racing games is why don't they put humans in the game, right? Like these cars are just like always driving without any humans in them, and it just always looks odd. It's always looked odd to... Whoa! I did not realize... Oh, that guy. Oh, dang it. Look at the front of my car. Look at the wheel. Look at my left wheel. Oh my gosh, I love this. So I have no tire, it's just on rims, which is basically what happened to me a couple of weeks ago. I blew out my tire in my Subaru, and I had to get home, and I was several miles from my house. So I had to drive because I was sick. It's the last time I was sick, and it was 30 degrees out, and it was getting dark, and I was alone. And we live in the boonies. So basically, I had to just drive on my... Oh, press reset to respawn. Okay, cool. There we go. Oh, my brand new car? Nice. Oh, maybe because it's a destruction derby, I couldn't set the lap limit. It was time limit, and I set it for, what, like 5 minutes? But when I got my flat tire the other week, I had to drive home. And boy, I put it in the Discord. I posted a picture of what the tire looked like at the end. Dude, that thing was just riding on the rims. It was terrible. Ah. This is what Wreckfest is all about, man. The demolition derby, the car destruction, the debris on the field. That's what I think video games need to focus on. I think it's a huge, huge, huge issue. We keep focusing on the wrong things, or the royal we. Developers keep focusing on the wrong things. I don't care about the resolution in games. This is running at 1080p. Look how good this looks in 1080p. Resolution is not what we should be focusing on. We should be focusing on debris in video games, you know, damage. Look at this. Look at how good these barriers look when they're deformed. These cars look when they're deformed. The physics of, you know, that cement block or that tire falling down. That's what needs to be focused on. And developers, unfortunately, are just focusing on the wrong things. And they're also, a lot of them are just not talented because they shouldn't have the jobs in the first place. Okay, I need to really get in and get some people knocked out here. Is this guy? No, he's already dead. He's already dead. Shoot. This guy's about to die, though. There we go. There we go. Did I take him out? I think I did. I think I might have. Yeah. Close, close, close. Ooh, this. Oh. 8th place. I'll take it. Out of what? 24? I'll take 8th. Okay, so we did the demolition derby on Speedway, and now what was it? The figure 8? Yeah. So we're gonna put up. We'll do 8 laps. Let's do 8 laps. That sounds about right. And we'll do the European. This is fun. I'm really enjoying this. Okay, here we go. Yeah, this is a tiny little European hatchback car, man. In the middle of all these muscle cars, these American muscle cars. Like, but if you want to race, dude, like these cars, they got good traction, good control, good acceleration. So it seems like, anyways. I'm in 11th place so far. I'm trying to get out in front of these guys, but man, it's a little bit hard. I'm bad at turning, though, in these games. So one of the things, or one of the reasons why I've never really liked the Gran Turismo or Forza Motorsport series, the more simulation racing games, I've never liked that you've had to slow down, hit the brakes, really focus on the turns. I've always liked slamming into cars and having them be my, like, wall, or slamming into the wall and just, like, grinding out the side. It's one of those things that I kind of just never grew out of when I played racing games when I was super, super young, right? When you're super, super young, you just hammer on the accelerator and you never let go. You never feather it. You never use the brake or anything. And that's something I carried out of gaming when I was a younger kid. I carried that with me into adulthood, and I kind of regret it because I could be so much better at racing games if I really did feather, you know, the accelerator and learn how to, oh, this guy, get away from him. Learn how to brake and learn how to use the apex of a turn and stuff like that, right? I've gotten better over the years, though. And when I sat down and played Wreckfest 1, the story mode, back in 2017 when it came out, that's kind of the first time I really, really did focus in on learning how to do that. And then back in 2019, I think, no, it was when we came out here, so it was 2021, I played through Flat Out for the first time since the game came out. And I never finished Flat Out 1 or 2 originally. I always would play a round or two, but we would mostly stick into the bonus games. Those bonus games were just so incredible. And this was really the big first game that I had to learn. And then when I went back to Flat Out 1 in 2021, hey, 6th place out of 24, not too bad. That actually kind of got me into learning how to play these games properly. And I had a real good time with Flat Out 1. And I'm pretty sure I finished Flat Out 2 as well. I tried going into Flat Out 3, and that was a different developer, and I just went, this is terrible. Oh, and then there's the testing grounds. Okay, we'll do Scrapyard again. All right, so Scrapyard. Winding through the heart of a scrapyard, this unforgiving industrial labyrinth demands split-second decisions as you navigate around towering stacks of discarded cars well beyond their date of expiration. Ooh, okay, so we got two main routes. We got the main route and the Bone Breaker. Main route is a winding main route in and around the scrapyard. 8 laps seems a little excessive, so we'll do 5. All right, we'll do 5. Sunny midday, which is the default, I guess. It's the only one. Now let's get back to our Road Slayer. Oh man. Yeah, I can feel it, dude. Ugh. This is the worst. Getting sick sucks. I don't know what's going on in my life. Okay. All right. It's a nice bright sunny day here at the racetrack in the Boneyard, as we like to call it here. We've got the red car, the Slayer, in 13th position, battling out between the green and blue cars. And oh, the blue car, the European, gets hit from behind and gets taken out by the Slayer. That's right, folks. Anything can happen here on the racetrack today. We are excited for you to witness the bone cracking and metal crunching that is about to take place here. Oh no, he almost got taken out, but at the last moment, the Slayer recovers from his turn, but he is now back in 13th place, battling it out. Oh no! And that railway car that has been sitting there all day long has finally claimed its first victim. That's right, folks. Like I said just moments ago, anything can happen and will happen here in the Boneyard as we scrape and scratch through, and as the components and the contestants do figure out what they're going to do as they battle through this muck and mire of the junkyard. We are streaming live here today at Quincy's Boneyard Junkyard. His two dogs, his two pit bulls, are standing on standby at the site where the most vicious crashes happen. And oh no, the Slayer is gone. Completely vertical sideways on its side, 2 wheels, not touching the ground, having to reset, losing that position, that great position that he had, slamming right into the fencing there. Man, I tell you what, if you are not sitting front and center in one of these tracks, you are missing out. It's a beautiful day out here, a nice sunny day, but I will say you want to maybe bring a mask, as the dirt and dust gets kicked up all over the place as these contestants battle for the grand prize. That's right. The grand prize, as you may or may not be aware of, is being able to be first in line. And oh, that cross-section part of the track usually claims at least 2 victims per race. And our Rebel Slayer has flipped his car over. Oh no, that's right, folks. They gotta reset it. He's lost another position, but he's crawling back on his hands and knees, tires squealing in the dirt, as he's in 9th place right now, trying to get that coveted first place. Can he do it, folks? Will he do it? We don't know. One thing we do know for sure is that everyone out on the track today is not only risking their lives, but having fun doing it. Everyone is here of their own volition, and oh no! As he was in the air, he crashed, and oh, he recovered. He still is in 9th place, but Slayer is taking a beating. That car is just about wrecked. I don't know how he's doing it, folks. Is he able to recover? Yes, it seems like it, but how he is still able to drive on all 4 wheels, how that engine is still burning and churning, is anyone's guess. Oh, it looks like we got a pile up, and oh no, he's recovered. Slayer's recovered, but he has lost one of those positions. He is still in 7th position out of 24 possible positions. He's still climbing the ranks here, but we are on our final lap almost. We are in 4.5 laps out of 5, so he's gotta pull something out at the last moment to be able to win the coveted first place prize. That's right, folks. If he cannot do it, we don't know what will happen. Will we see a return to form, or will we see him walk away in shame? Only time will tell, and as time is coming to, we are on our final lap. That's right, the checker flag has been waved. The checker flag is waving majestically, and oh no, there was such a close crash, but it looks like he is in 6th place. His Slayer's car has been brutally damaged. His gearbox, his suspension has been completely blackened out on our screens here. It's a miracle he is even driving at this point. That engine will not give up until he crosses the finish line. He is in a battle for that 6th place right now. The European car just will not stop. It looks like he's on the gravel. He's behind it. He's taken 6th place. That's right, Slayer's taken 6th place, but will he be able to get 5th place or higher? It doesn't look like it, but he's not given up yet. He is still, oh no, there is a car flipped over. He's lost 7th place. He's lost 7th place. He's got 6th place, folks. He's won. He has done it. He has done the impossible. That's right. We didn't think he could do it. We're gonna go to our reporter on the scene, Jerry. Jerry, you're there with Slayer. How was the race? Yes, hi. This is Jerry. I'm here with the Slayer here, and he has got some things to say. Slayer, how are you doing today? Well, I was just giving it my all. I was giving it 110%, as you can see by my car. My car is just wrecked. Oh, my poor beauty, but she did it. She got 6th place. Oh, honey, I'm so proud of you. Oh, I cannot believe we got our 6th place. That's right. We are now in the finals. Oh, and I just want to thank everyone for letting me be here tonight and believing my dream. Honey, we did it. Woo. Okay, I can't do anymore. Oh man, I'm sure that lost me some viewers. But that was really fun. Oh boy. All right, let's back out and let's do the other version of that. So we got Scrapyard and we got the Bone Breaker. Bonebreaker is, hold on a second, 2 loops connected by a head-to-head middle section. Ooh, I like these ones. So they had a similar track in the first Wreckfest. I hope this is similar. All right. 5 laps. Excuse me. Let's do it. Now, we're going to try the rocket here for this one. We'll see how it goes. Oh, man. All right. Let's do it. All right, here we go. Here we go. This is, I love the look of this level, man. This is a great looking level. I like that you can choose which side to go on, I guess. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Oh, man. That was my bad. I had to sneeze. Oh, that sent me so far back, it looks like. That's okay. That's okay. Ooh. Oh, dude, that is tough. I gotta reset. Okay, we might have to redo this whole race because I am in 20th place now. Oh, stay away from me. Oh, you jerk. You jerk. You big, stupid, dumb face. This is really interesting, man. Look at this. Bugbear is probably one of my favorite developers at this point. Every game that they've put out has pretty much been on my list of high top end. They've just gotten so good as they've gone over the years. Every game they make just has such vast improvements. Now, if I go back to Wreckfest 1, I don't know if I'll be able to tell the difference between like the physics and things like that. But I'm assuming that they've kind of tweaked it a little bit. One thing I will say is there was one little issue that I had with Wreckfest, and it was mostly due to the fact that they did some weird stuff kind of near the end of their development cycle for that game, where oh man, I was going way too fast. They did this weird thing where like the game was in early access for years, and then they said it was going to come out in 1.0, and then they did this thing where they're like, oh, it's going to be a free trial or like free to play, and then they backed off on it or something. I don't remember what it was, what weird controversy there was, but there was something really weird about the release of Wreckfest 1 at some point. I can't remember if it was 1.0 or if it was like during an update. Man, ugh. Oh, geez. Well, shoot. I need to reset. Ah! But this is so cool, man. This is so much fun. I love the ramp made out of metal, like, roofing material. And just, again, the look of this. I don't know why it just came into my mind, but, like, this would be a really interesting Hitman level. Why Hitman? I don't know. I couldn't tell you, but it just... something about this sunset, or the daylight, and the way the cars are all stacked upon each other and stuff. It's just, it feels like a Hitman level almost. Ah, come on. Ah, dang it, dude. I'm getting stuck on that corner. Okay, if I get 6th place, which apparently I got 6th place, that didn't feel like 6th, but I'll take it. Absolutely, I'll take it. All right. Well, let's back out and let's go to, I think, the last one, which is Testing Grounds, the ultimate playground for vehicular destruction. Which is Testing Grounds, the main area. Track 8-1. We'll do 5 minutes, 24 cars, all classes. I want to know what these are, realistic and wrecker. Let's do wrecker. I have no idea what that is. And let's go back to Road Slayer. Slayer. We got to do a Halo night at some point. When Multiplayer Madness comes back, we're going to have to do a Multiplayer Madness. I want to, yep, there we go. Nice. We're going to have to do a Halo night for sure. That'll be really fun. So cool. Awesome. Yeah, this is just the Testing Grounds, the new version of it that they put out as the bonus game for getting in early access for Wreckfest 1. This just seems like a bigger, better version of that. Okay. Man. Oh, the fact that they put this in this game, this is what developers should be doing. This is amazing. Yes. Ah, almost. Oh, dude, well, I have no tire. I don't even have a rim. I literally cannot drive in a straight line at this point. Can I can't even get my car to reset. Okay. Here, let's restart. Oh, there's a photo mode. Man, that's kind of cool. This is great. I honestly, I really like the fact that they did a new a new version of this. They didn't just put the same one in. Oh, we got to do Palinko. All right, here we go. We got to do Palinko. So we got to just climb up this super steep spiral driveway up here. This reminds me of a house we used to live in the mountains. Or there was a house that we were actually looking at that had this crazy steep driveway that looked like this, basically. It wasn't spiraled, but it was like super, super high. All right, here we go. Let's see where we end up. I don't think we're gonna end up. Aw, we missed like everything. That sucks. We gotta do it again. That was crappy. But we were looking at this house and it had a angle like that. It was insane. And it was in the, oh shoot, dude, I don't know if I can drive up here. I have like no traction. As long as you got momentum, man, you can make it up anything. So, nope, I lost it. Okay, let's restart again. But that angle, man, it was so crazy, so steep that we were going, I don't know if we could live here. And then we found out the house apparently was not for sale, but it was. Like, it was really weird. But then we ended up buying a house near it, and so anytime we would drive by it, we go like, how do people live there? Nope. Oh man, that's great. What a wonderful game, right? Whee! Oh geez, I went high, dude. Okay, let's try this again. I need to get out of this area. I need to go to the Palinka machine. Yes. Okay. Get out of my way, bot number 2. There we go. Here we go. This is what I wanted. So if I could have one request from Wreckfest 2, it would be to put the flat out, either the bonus games in, which I think would be super fun, or at least some of the flat out racing tracks. If I was a modder and I could mod Wreckfest 1 or 2, I think that's what I would do, is I would put those tracks in this game. Man, I think I just keep missing it. I just go straight down. That's a bummer. Okay, well, hey, we did it. We at least got to the bottom. Let's do this one. This one kind of looks fun. Oh my gosh, what is this, dude? I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this. Oh, it's so bright. Snow blindness. Yeah, make it. Dude. Oh my gosh. Can you imagine if you tried that in real life? How terrifying that would be. What is happening? Where am I going? Oh my gosh, I'm so scared. Yeah. Dude, I'm doing solid. Turn. Where does this go? Where does this end up? Is this, I thought, oh shoot. Oh no. Oh, that poor car. This is awesome. Man, what a fantastic game. So what is the, oh, this is the grinder, I believe. So we got the grinder, which we'll see what it does. You know, it's not doing as much damage as I thought it would do. There we go. Oh, look at the guy. Oh man, okay, photo mode. Where am photo? Oh, is it only gonna take it from, we need to get over there. Okay, here, hold on. Let's see if I can use the keyboard here. Come on, Ryan. Get it. There we go. Okay, up, down, left, right. Yeah, it's not letting me, man. It up a little bit, levitate. No. We can zoom in. Oh my gosh, that's too much. Okay, here. We'll drive over to where the camera should be, which is roughly around over here. We'll do photo mode. Let's see. What does it look like now? Man, that is so touchy. I'll take it. Take photo. There we go. I hope that took it. Okay, let's reset. Should we go to the basketball hoops? Let's do that. Let's go to the basketball hoops. If I could get out. Thanks, jerks. So I do like the fact that it's a little demolition derby area right there, but at the same time, I wish that all the other cars could go and do their own thing. Oh, that's right, this area. Oh no. So when there's an area like this in the, oh man, we just got wrecked. That was quick. That was real quick. Wow. I want to see if I can find that place again. There was a place like that in the original tech demo, and boy, if you did not have a good PC at the time, oh my gosh, it ate your graphics card. Yeah, this grinder doesn't do a amazing job. It kind of just squishes it a little bit. It flattens it. Like, the car itself is not damaged technically. Like, the wheels are pretty much fine. The roof and is smushed down, but like the car is fully drivable. Man, those things, they don't look and sound like they do anything, but dude, whew. Oh man. Okay, let's do the half pipe. Let's see. Okay, my gearbox is jacked up though. Yeah! We touched the A! That's not a euphemism, my friends. No, it is not. Look at that. Pancake car is out and about. Let's just jump back down here for a second. But yeah, this area just destroyed graphics cards. Oh my gosh, it was so bad. That poor man. Oh, and that's it. Oh, look at him. Oh, he's moving his head. Oh no, we crashed. Oh, we crashed. Let's jump back into it though, because I'm having some fun. We'll do a couple more rounds at least. This is fun. This is great. I cannot believe the weather changed and turned again. Okay, I was gonna be like, oh no, did it crash again? The weather, it was 70 degrees yesterday. Super, super windy, 40-mile-per-hour winds, but it was 70 degrees yesterday. It is 30 degrees outside right now. What the heck? Let's do a little bit more testing grounds, because that was fun. Let's do a couple more little things, and then we'll do a few more races, because I do actually like playing the real game. I hope the chat's still working. Let me know if the chat's still working, because I hope it is. I've been having some real weird issues with chat lately. Okay, guys, come on. Let me move. Jeez. My poor car is already jacked up. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it's all good. Thank you. Thank you, Boy Octane. I appreciate that. My program that I've been using, that chat has been really jacked up lately. So I have to actually use the regular Twitch chat. And it kind of sucks. So it's weird. It's like everything was working fine for months, and then everything just kind of took a big old crap, and it sucks. So, like, even today, I spent probably an hour and a half trying to troubleshoot some of that stuff and get it working. But without going live, you can't really test it very well. Yeah, this metal dome cage thing. I remember going to the pond in Anaheim where they had, like, I think it was like Circus or whatever. Oh, that we need to reset that. Barnum and Bailey or Circus, and they did that metal dome with motorcycles, and that was incredible. That was really, really cool seeing. Okay, let's do a high jump. Let's see how high we can get. Oh my gosh, really, Ryan? I just totally beefed that up. That was awful. That was gonna be so cool, and at the last moment, I just kind of veered off to the side. Okay, here we go. Let's try this again, once more with feeling. Nice skybox, too. Nice and blue clouds. I love it. Yeah, it's kind of setting me off, but hey, we got 80. But I think there's something else I can look at. Ooh, there goes our suspension, man. We just landed flat on our butt. Here we go. Here we go. Let's try it. No. Ah. Whee! Okay, 40. About 35, 40 meters. There we go. Okay, that wasn't even as high that time. You know, it's just messing around with me. Oh, am I stuck? Come on, come on. Turn it, turn it. There we go. Hey, I look like a racing car, right? Those ones on the streets that are like the Rice Rocket racing cars. I'm sure that's culturally insensitive. Ooh. Did we? Oh, man, we cleared it. Oh, yeah. There we go. I saw a car with wheels like that the other day. I don't remember where it was. Where was it? Where was it that I saw a car that had wheels like that? I'm trying to remember. Okay, where are we going now? Where are we going now? Yeah, this is really fun. I'm digging this. I mean, again, it's mostly just Wreckfest with new tracks and a shinier coat of paint. But I'm happy. That's exactly what I wanted, man. I want more tracks out of Wreckfest. And that's what I was talking about earlier, is I kind of got a little burnt out on the tracks when it was in early access with the first one, because I played it and I went, all right, cool, what next? And it's like, no, you've played most of it. But I think that they're gonna do some really fun stuff with this game. It seemed, oh, there goes my, oh no! All my wheels just fell off. No, I've still got one. I still got one. And we made, oh man, we made it. That's great. That's new. From as far as I know, that's new. The tires just like detaching, like as you're driving. I still got one wheel, man. And I mean, just look at the detail. We got the radiator going and the fan and then the rims and the exhaust pipes and the axles. They're all individually modeled. And that's what I love about Bugbear, is they take the time to make all this stuff and it all deforms. Like if you go and say, well, yeah, they do the same thing with, you know, Gran Turismo. Yeah, but you don't ever get to see it. The car could just be a square block and you would never know the difference, right? This game, you absolutely do know the difference because everything comes apart. That deformation, that detachment of all these parts being separable is a huge, huge reason why this game is so cool. And if more car games took that approach, man, we could have some really cool car games. Okay, so we did the loops. Ooh, there's a squisher there. That's what I was thinking of. I was like, I thought I saw something smushing. Oh yeah, we passed it. Piece of cake, piece of cake. Let's try that again. Let's defy death. Yeah, we're gonna make it. Yeah. I keep passing it. Oh! Slammed right into that. Well, since we did defy death twice in a row, let's give death its just desserts. Oh no! Oh! Oh gosh. Okay, that wasn't that bad. I thought it was gonna be worse. Okay, that's a little bit more squishies. Yep. If we could flip it over. There we go. It's just like a hot dog. It's like those original F1 tube racing cars now. That's all that it is. It's still perfectly drivable. It's just got a flat tire. Oh, dude, this would be nuts in VR. That would be awesome. I don't know. I don't think it's a Unity game, so I don't think we could do it in VR. I think it's their own. It has to be their own special. We finally wrecked. Their own special engine. But that would be cool if it was, man. A VR component to this game would be great, especially in this mode, right? Like, that's what I need. That's what I want in most games, is just a first-person VR mode to any game. Give me that, and boy, you'll have me as a fan for life. Like the NWO, for life. All right, let's turn around. I want to do this one. This one looked fun. Or should we do this one? Now, I do remember, oh boy, nope, we're turning, oh. Dude, we got pretty high up though. Oof. Hey, we landed on our wheels. If any crash you can drive away from, it's a good crash. And we drove away from that one. Okay, what else? Oh, this one, the Smasher, yeah. I saw this one at the very beginning and I was like, oh, we'll do that. That looks fun. Oh no! Oh no! That poor man. Oh, that poor man. It's drivable. It's drivable. We can drive away. Get out, get out, get out. Here, there we go. Hey, it's drivable. It's like a hot rod. That's what I was kind of alluding to earlier. Look at all those cars just flipping up. You can see the car just kind of getting smashed more and more like a little box. Yeah, man, my chat is just so broken. What is going on? How are you doing, Zuffler? I apologize. My chat is totally busted right now. But hey, this guy's got a box car too. Can we flip this guy over? Like, he's spinning his wheels. He wants to get over. Oh no, it has nothing. It's nothing on your end. It's 100% on my end. All my chats are super broken. I'm not really sure why. Twitch, YouTube, they're all 100% broken. It's weird. Okay, let's do a couple more and then we'll bounce out to some racing because I want to get back into the actual racing. I want to start learning some tracks. So whenever this game does officially come out, or we might jump into multiplayer if multiplayer is working. I mean, the menu is there, so. Yeah, Twitch does have less of a delay, that's true. And that's why I multi-stream. So you can watch me anywhere that's best for you. Okay. Whoa! I was not expecting that. Crap, we damaged our engine. So in the original version of this, in Wreckfest 1, there was a debug menu where you could reset part of your car, you can add damage to it. You can even shoot objects out of your car, like you could shoot boxes, and that's where like people would try and like max out their GPUs. It was like the crisis test basically, but for this game. It was awesome. What's over here? Assetto Corsa, yes, I did a long time ago when it first originally came out. I probably haven't touched it since like what, 2018, 2019 probably. I think that was the last time I messed around with it. So it's been quite a while. Oh. Content manager? What's content manager? I don't know if I've used content manager before. That is a flat car, my friends. Let's see if we can go through. Let's restart it. Let's reset it first because I want to have full control of that thing. No, get away from me, man. Jeez. I want to get out of here. Oh, there's just an opening, right. Okay, where was that thing? Yeah, this is super fun. I love the Wreckfest games. Like, especially this being just a big old test arena where you can just screw up your car. Like, it's so cool. Oh, did I go the wrong? No, that should be the right way. Feels like I should get damage. There we go. Oh, Vigilante 8, yeah. Vigilante 8 was one of those games that I remember most because of my uncle. My uncle had Vigilante 8. Yeah, I played the first one on the PC, and I was what, like 13 years old maybe or something like that. Oh my gosh. His head's through the roof. And I just remember loving every moment of Vigilante 8. Vigilante 8 and Interstate 76. Both of those kind of occupy the same space in my brain. Vigilante 8 was more of a Twisted Metal style game. Interstate 76 was more storyline based. But both of them are like kind of older school style racing car games with combat. Oh my gosh. Oh, I know. Well, it got canceled. That's the thing. That the Twisted Metal Battle Royale game got canceled, which sucks. That poor. It looks like it's got wings. This poor man. All right, is there anything else that we can do in this section before we switch out to racing? This is another compressor, or is this the same one? It looks like it's the same one. Look at him compress. Look at that man. His head is underneath his shoulders. His legs are just squashed. He's looking around like, what's going on? Just put me out of my misery, man. He's so flat that the machine can't even do his job properly. This is flatter than flat. Let's see if we can. Oh, we've got a time limit. That's right. Peak driver physique, that's right. Oh, I can't even... I've lost my front wheels. I literally can't do anything anymore. That poor man. But at the same time, he's very lucky that he didn't die. I think he probably wants to die at this point, man. He's just like, dude, put me out of my misery, man. My chest is literally in my butt. My head is below my knees. All right, my friend. We'll retire. Not a bad way to go out, that's right. Okay, let's go back. Let's do the sandbox. I like this. This is a fun one. So car damage wrecker, I'm not sure what that is, but let's keep going. And I love the Road Slayer. Oh, Carmageddon, yes. Carmageddon's fantastic. Yeah, Carmageddon was a really interesting game, especially at the time too, right? When all we wanted to do was run people over and have them explode into bags of blood. Mm-hmm. One, you had that very pixelated style to it, and then two was just like leaps and bounds. It's incredible how different generational leaps were back then compared to now. Like, we don't have those generational leaps anymore. It's such a diminishing returns thing with video games nowadays. And that's why I said earlier that more games should be doing what this is doing, where it's focusing on physics and destruction and all of that, compared to just jumping up the resolution. Like, we don't need 4K. Yeah, we need more VR as well. VR, destructional capability, manipulating the environment. Like, all of that is so much more impressive than higher res textures. Now, that's not to say that we should never, aspire to that. We definitely should. But at this point, tech is so far behind because they're focusing on the wrong things. Higher resolution is not necessary right now. This stuff should be, the tires, strewn about, the destruction of landscapes. Like, think about something like, what was the game? MotoStorm on PS3, where tracks were deformed by the tire treads, and the tracks would have different layouts based on that, and that was all tech related. Software being developed so that these games can utilize that stuff, and the hardware was there. It just needed to be utilized. Now the hardware really isn't there. The hardware sucks. The software sucks. The developers, unfortunately, for the most part, suck. Like, we need developers to focus in on something different than resolution. 4K textures can only get you so far if the game isn't well made. There's a handful of people who only care about that, only care about resolution and textures, but they aren't true gamers. They're eye candy chasers. Yeah, oh man. My car is just destroyed. Yeah, the Fight Club game on 360. Yeah, like, graphical capability isn't just resolutions too. Like, remember when the sweat was like real And that was a huge talking point. Like, oh, these characters are sweating, and you could see the beads of sweat forming on their brows as they're fighting. That was a huge talking point. And we need more stuff like, my car is, oh my gosh. Can I reset? We're gonna have to restart. We just have to. I can't drive for 2.5 more laps on that. Silicone industry driven economy, yeah. Crap, I wasn't paying attention to that. Yeah, there's nothing groundbreaking anymore. It's all just... I beat this horse dead so much that I try to be careful about how much I talk about it at this point. But we're in such a holding pattern in the gaming industry for the last 10 years. The last 10 years have been absolutely abysmal in gaming. And I'm not saying that there's not good games or good developers or even great games that have come out in the last 10 years. I'm just saying overall in the gaming industry, we have stepped backwards for the most part. Ooh, yeah, VR gaming. VR gaming is one of the few new paradigm shifts, but it needs to get better, or it needs to be more popular for it to become more viable for most developers. It's still super niche, and it's not a dying thing. Like, I've seen so many people go, oh, VR is dead, VR is dying. Dude, it's a brand new technology that is it's still very expensive. It's still very hard to develop for. They're still working out the kinks about like things like motion sickness and thing, for the most part, that it's not easily able to be adopted. I think the Quest is probably the best thing to happen to VR since 2016's original launch of VR. But it's gonna just take some time. It's not dead technology or dying. It's just gonna take some time and convincing. Tamagotchi VR, yeah, virtual pets and stuff like that. That would be really interesting. I would love to see a game like that. You know, like I've had a similar idea. I was talking to my wife about it a while ago, and we kind of actually were talking about something a little bit similar tonight on the drive home from Bible study, where the virtual pet idea, where you could actually scan your animals, like your actual real world pets, and create a virtual representation of them, so that if they died, you would have a virtual pet with you of your old animals, your old pets. Like, we had our dog Sunny pass away last year, and that would be really interesting to be able to see a virtual version of her in VR. Like, and to be able to capture her personality and stuff like that. Like, and it's obviously it's not a copy or I'm trying to think of the wording here. It's not a crap. I can't think of the wording for it, but it wouldn't be like trying to replace her with that. Personnel, practical. Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be practical and things like that too, but it would be something to go like, hey, you know, this happened. We also had our other dog, Raz, pass away in 2019. And he was young. He was very young. Sunny was old. She was 12 years old, but Raz was 2 years old, and he passed away because he had seizures and we had to put him down. And so when that happened, I was playing a lot of Red Dead 2 at the time online. And in Red Dead 2, you can have a dog in your camp. And so I named that dog Raz after my dog. And every time I loaded it up and that dog, virtual dog, would run up to me in my little cowboy camp, and it popped up his name Raz, like, it made me feel good. you know? And it's not like, oh, this is a replacement for Raz, or this is like Raz virtually or anything like that. It's just like a kind of a feel-good thing. And VR could totally do something like that too, where you could capture the personality of the dog and be able to scan it, so it would be like a virtual version of it. And obviously we all know it's not actually our dog, but it's something that could make it could be like a therapy, you know, like a style of therapy. And there's many real world applications for that. You lose a loved one and you have a really hard time letting go or moving on, you can slowly have that person's likeness in 3D virtual reality to be able to see them or scan them before they die and stuff like that, as a way of therapy, of grieving, of moving on. And there's always going to be the weirdos who take it way too personal and literal, and, you know, abuse that to where they can't let go, and they dive deeper into that. But that's a personality issue, right? So all of it to be saying that VR is incredible, and there's so many different applications for it that, you know, the sky's the limit, really. And I've been working slowly on developing another VR game for the first time since 2016. So I'm very happy about that too. Like I'm working on it, but it's going to be a while. But I talked about it last week, I think, that some of these, you know, nightly streams, I could actually start once like there's a good, you know, chunk of vertical slice of the game, I can actually start showing it off on stream and doing a couple coding sessions and things like that. I think that would be fun, because I want to get back into game development. I did enjoy my time with it back in 2016. Give me 1 second. My throat is kind of getting scratchy. But I think that would be really cool. So I have a score up top of 1,000. I don't know what that score is. Oh, it's when you like crash into people and stuff. I'm doing so poorly that ain't happening. Like I've lost both of my, yeah. Well, you know what? We're gonna finish this race. I've restarted before. We're gonna finish it with this car with no front wheels, no rims, just on those brake pads. Somehow this car is still able to turn fairly well and accelerate. I wonder if it's rear wheel drive. If I focus on this and I really try and put my best foot forward in this map, I think I could do okay. But I would actually have to shut up and stop talking and focus on, you know, the corners and stuff. Hey, I finished 23rd. Yeah, the physics are amazing. Not perfectly realistic, but good enough. All right, let's back out and let's see if we can do a multiplayer session. Let's server browser. There are 76 servers. Let's join Semi-Clean Gaming 24/7. Max clients, it says 21. Let's do Flunkies Gaming. Yeah, Red Dead Online was so good and they just ruined it. Man, they just left it to die. Liable send failed. Okay. Let's do Nope. Semi-clean. Yeah, semi-clean. I'm ready. No, I want to be ready. I'm ready. Oh, I don't want to be a spectator. Oh, is it going to make me be I don't want to be a spectator. Nope. We're backing out. I'm not going to spectate. That's dumb. That is dumb. 400 hours. Yeah, I've got a lot of hours in that game, both on the original Xbox version or the Xbox One version when it first came out, and then after that first year when they finally put it on PC, I switched over to the PC and played, more too. The first original few, like handful of podcast episodes, I started the podcast in 2019. And you can hear me talk a lot about Red Dead Online at that point. Okay, let's do Junkyard Rate. Nope, Max Client. Gingies. Nope. Flunkies. Again. Ready. Do not want to be a spectator. All right, so this is the one thing that I actually really hate about online gaming is the waiting and stuff. I've never liked the waiting. I've always hated it. Oh, dude, that storm was rough. Excuse me. Yeah, all this weekend was this last weekend was really rough. I wasn't able to stream. It was so loud with the rain. We got a metal roof on the studio. That I stayed in the house instead of coming out here to stream. And then even to yesterday we're still, getting crazy heavy winds. We had 40 mile per hour winds yesterday. We had a few tornadoes touch down and stuff too. So it's been kind of rough over the last week or so. I am ready. Let's do this. Ooh, yeah. Uprooted fences. That sucks. Dude, but if that's all that happened, like if that's the most damage they had, very lucky, because I actually was driving down the highway earlier on Tuesday to go to Improv, and it was the first time I actually left the house since then, or since the storm. And on when I was driving down the highway, I saw like one house's roof completely ripped off and stuff like that. Just crazy. All right, multiplayer time, man. Nice, playing with real people online. Something I tend not to do often. Yeah, thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. Appreciate the well wishes. I'm glad we're okay too. It could have been way worse. It could have been way, way worse. That is, oh man, look at that destruction. That is one thing that is interesting about living out on the other side of the country. Like, we never had to deal, like, the worst thing wind-wise that we had to worry about was the Santa Ana winds. And yeah, they could, get pretty windy. But most of the time, as a kid, I remember the worst winds that we had was, the trash cans blew over. Like, that was as much wind as we ever really got in Southern California. And here it's like, dude, on a nearly weekly basis, we have worse weather than I've ever seen in my entire life. It's crazy out here. I was even talking to one of my best friends earlier today. My friend Sam, I was telling her about how the weather has been so crazy this year. This winter has been the worst winter of my life. And I just don't know when it's going to stop. I've never seen weather like this before. And it's just so different compared to what I grew up with. It's crazy. I feel like I'm spamming the reset button way more than anyone else in this race is. Ah, no. I want them to see my, that was a good crash. That was a good crash. Solid crash, buddy. Good spin out. Hey, I'm on 12th. At least I'm not in last. If I'm not first, I'm not last. That's not how that saying goes, right? That's not the quote. It's if you're not first, you're last. And then they go, that doesn't even make sense. You could get into second place. Yeah. The tornado aspect is definitely something pretty crazy that I've just never experienced before. And then where we lived before we moved to this property last year, around this time last year, we had a tornado watch, and you can actually watch that VOD on my YouTube channel. I'm playing Hades, and my wife comes down into the studio with our dogs, and she's like, there's a tornado watch or warning or whatever. And I'm like, okay, I'm streaming. And she's like, no, you need to stop streaming. This is serious. And I'm like, okay, guys, I got to stop streaming. There's a tornado watch or warning or whatever. And so I stopped streaming. And we're sitting there for like an hour or two, and then the stream or the weather, like she keeps, the weather stuff going on the radio on her phone and stuff. She's checking it the entire time. We finally get the all clear, and we found out a tornado touchdown about a mile away from our house, and it destroyed part of the town. Like, people's houses were completely destroyed, and it was like, wow, that was right by us. But I actually walked outside to see the weather, because I've never experienced weather like that before. And my wife got really mad at me. She's like, you get back in here right now. I'm like, no. And I looked outside, and I was like checking on the chickens and ducks and everything, and our goose. And I was like, but they're fine. And she's like, you get back inside right now. But yeah, weather, man, it's crazy. It's really interesting just seeing different weather effects and things. 30-40 minutes east of Atlanta. We're going to Georgia on Saturday. So I probably won't be streaming Saturday. We're going to a dog show on Saturday. I don't know what the place is called. I can't remember the city, but there's a dog show that we're going to on Saturday. Well, that was fun. I got in 11th place. I don't know if it's close to the city or not. I honestly don't know anything about it. I was not planning on going, and my wife said, I would really like you to come with me. It's too far for me to drive alone. And I went, okay. It's a good 6.5 hour drive each way. So I'm like, all right. Yeah, that's a solid drive. I'm used to driving long distances, so it's not a big deal for me. Like a 6-hour drive, even one way, is not really that big of a deal for me. And I always tell people that, and they're like, you're lying. I'm like, no, because I drove by myself out here to Tennessee from California, which was a 32-hour drive. Or no, it wasn't 32 hours. It was 20. I did it in 28 hours by myself, straight through. So I drove her 28 hours straight, only stopping for gas / to pee and eat. And it was literally stop at a gas station, pee, get some food, fill up, and get back on the road. So every stop was only 5 minutes or so. And I did that 6 times in the middle of COVID. in the dead middle of straight up COVID, late 2020. And I did that by myself. And so I'm like, no, dude, and that was the quickest time I did, was 28 hours. the longest I think was 32 hours. And so if it's anything under 24 hours in a car, I could do it. I could do it like without blinking. I used to drive from Southern California to Colorado. I lived in Denver for a while. And so I would do that when I was younger, like 20. When I was 20, I did that like 4 or 5 times. I'm like, dude, 17-hour trip. Let's do this right now. And I would just hop in the car and go. And so driving just for me has just never been an issue. Like long car trips, I love them. Give me a road trip any day of the week, I'll just jump in. Yeah, it's a little harder as you get older, for sure. It's a little bit harder. I will admit that the last trip that I did it with my dad, because my dad had to drive some stuff from our company out here. And so we were like, I flew out to meet him in California. And then I literally got in a car I went from a plane. So, okay, here's what happened is we were at home here in Tennessee. I got driven to the airport. I flew 6 hours to California, or 5.5 hours, I think it was, to California. I got off the plane, got back in a car, and drove back to Tennessee. That was my trip. And that's the last time I did that, driving all the way from California to Tennessee back in 2021. And that was rough. Because it was car, plane, car. And it was basically just a big circle. Like if I didn't leave the house, I would have been I would have finished where I left. It ended up like it was just so brutal. But it was with my dad, so we had some fun memories made. It was all worth it because I got to hang out with my dad and do that trip. I just felt bad because I definitely was a little bit frustrated at certain points during the trip. Like my dad's wanting to do, like we stopped in Winslow, Arizona because of the song. We stopped, at a bunch of different little like sightseeing places because he's like, yeah, let's, do father-son road trip. I'm like, I have work on Monday, Dad. I just did this trip 2 weeks ago. I just got off a plane. I want to just get home. And so like there was a couple times when we were like, I don't care about this, Dad. I just want to let's keep going. And I felt bad for those few times, but we still had a lot of fun. Walk it off. Yeah. Walk it off, Ryan. Man, I said that for whatever. Oh, I think it was in improv class last week. We were talking about we were doing some joke or something, and I kept saying walk it off. Oh, I hurt my hand really bad. Walk it off. Oh, I broke my leg. Walk it off. Oh, man. Take a Benadryl. Walk it off. Just to kind of backtrack for a moment there with talking about Ohio. It's funny. My best friend, I've known him since high school, and back in 2015, we all lived in Southern California at the time, and our friend group was like, very tight, like we are now still. And he said, "All right, guys, I got some news. I'm moving." And we're like, "Oh, cool. Where are you moving to?" And he said, "I'm moving to Ohio for schooling, getting his master's and all that. It's like he's an actual doctorate now." But back then he's like, "I'm moving to Ohio," and we're like, "Oh wow, okay, cool. That's awesome. Like full ride scholarship type stuff." And and maybe not full ride, but there was some scholarship thing, I think, that was why he was going there. And he asked me, like, hey, do you want to help me move? And I said, sure, absolutely, dude. And he's like, okay, well, I need you to help me move to Ohio. And I said, absolutely, that sounds fun. Let's do a road trip. And so we did. And I was dating my wife at the time. And I told her, I'm like, hey, I'm going to go out and I'm going to help Eric move to Ohio. And she's like, wow, really? That's far. I'm like, no, it's not that big of a deal. I used to drive to Colorado all the time, you know, by myself. Ohio's not that far. And she looked at me. She's like, are you sure? I'm like, no, let's do it. And so I, like, when the time came to help him move, I helped him drive all the way across to Ohio. And by day 2, hour like maybe 35 or so, I'm like, are we there yet? He's like, no, dude, we have like 15 hours still left. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah. And my wife brings it up every once in a while too. She just laughs and she's like, I was so confused when you said Ohio wasn't that far from Southern California. She's like, do you just not know geography? I'm like, apparently I don't. Oh, man. I had no idea how far Ohio was. I was thinking it was, you know what I was thinking? I thought it was Kansas, where it's like kind of near Colorado, right? Yeah. Can you do the dishes? Nah. Remember that Ohio trip? Man, that was such a fun time though. Like, we had such a blast. We watched a ton of movies. I put like I had my, what part of Ohio? I can't remember. I know that I flew out of Columbus. We drove there in his car, like hauling a U-Haul, like a small U-Haul trailer. And then he drove me to the airport a few days later, and I flew out of Columbus. And it was stupid. Oh my gosh, this is one of my nightmare flying stories where I was so mad. So I flew out of Columbus. I had 2 layovers. Layover number 1 was in North Carolina. Now, I might be apparently bad at geography, not knowing where Ohio was. Charleston. Yes. Maybe that's what it was. Charleston. So I might be bad at geography, but North Carolina is farther away from Southern California, which was my destination, than Ohio was. So the plane took me clear across in the opposite direction, and I was so mad. I was so mad because I'm like, why am I going the opposite way? So that was the first layover. And then the second layover was in San Francisco. So I went from Ohio to Charleston to the top portion of California when I'm supposed to be in Southern California. So that's that. You wish you were a parrot? What's up, Katsemeye? I'm sorry if I mispronounce your name. I'm gonna call you Cats. What's up, Cats? Hope you're okay with that. Yeah, you can chill on wrong shoulder. You can chill on this shoulder. You can be a little parrot. What up? Not much. Am I Cat Salami? Okay. Cat Salami, thank you. I'm trying to pay attention to this race too. I'll let you figure that out on your own. So the second layover was in San Francisco. And San Francisco Airport, when I had the layover, I flew in from I got into one terminal. The other terminal required me my layover was, I think, 20 minutes. No, it doesn't involve any explicit content. No, sorry. I had 20 minutes before I had to get on the flight. I got off the airplane and I had to go to the other terminal, which required me to walk outside the building, the airport, go back inside the building and go through TSA again. And because I had to go through TSA, I got pulled to the side because I was all running around sweaty and I looked like a weirdo. And they said, "Are you on anything?" And I said, "No, I'm trying to make my flight. That's in 5 minutes." And they're like, "Why are you showing up to the airport 5 minutes before your flight? You know, you should do that 2 hours before." And I said, "No, I just got off a plane and I had to walk outside and it's 90 degrees out in the summer and I'm pissed off." It's like a 1.5 mile walk. And oh my gosh. So I'm sitting there and they're like asking me questions and I'm hearing them call my name over the loudspeaker. And I'm like, "That's me. You need to let me through." And I missed my flight. And it was an all-day, thing, going from Ohio to North Carolina to San Francisco to Southern California. And so I missed my flight. I had to sit in the airport for a couple hours, get a new flight, and then my girlfriend at the time, or my girlfriend picked me up. And I was just like, "Oh my gosh, I hate this." Feels like we were watching a podcast. Well, dude, I do podcasts as well, and I do the same thing on my podcast. I just kind of talk. But I'm glad you're enjoying the chill content. Then girlfriend, now girlfriend, yeah. Now, yeah, girlfriend / now my wife. Gamble? Sure. I've never gambled before. I've actually never really gambled before. I've never played the slots at Vegas. I've stayed in Vegas a few times. For our company, we would always do a... oh, thanks for the follow. I appreciate that. Our company would have a big industry event at Vegas every year, and so I would always have to go to Vegas for this industry event. And oh my gosh, I would always have to stay in some, hotel, and in Vegas they have all the machines and the gambling and stuff. And I was like, I really don't have any desire to do this. I'd rather keep my money than try and win some. Texas Hold'em. So I'll do some virtual gambling. I'll do some video game gambling for sure. On the original Xbox 360, back in the original Xbox Live Arcade days, 2006, 2007. We'll have to play it at some point. Oh my gosh, we played so much of the Texas Hold'em game. If you've ever played Texas Hold'em on Xbox, if I ever played online, I would psych everyone out by going all in every time, no matter what. Oh my gosh, it was so much fun. I like this server. This server is fun. We'll just continue on for a little bit. Yeah, I need to drink some more water. Wow, thanks for the subscription. Shoot, dude, thank you. I really appreciate that. That is so awesome. I am a small streamer, so honestly, literally any support at all really means something to me. So thank you very much. No, no, water's your friend. Water is good. That reminds me of Water Boy. Water sucks. It really, really sucks. Water sucks. Man, that movie was like the tipping point of Adam Sandler movies, right? It was Happy Gilmore, Wedding Singer, Billy Madison, and then when it hit Waterboy, that was like kind of the downward spiral of Adam Sandler stuff. Whiskey, my dude. I do not play VR chat. I actually have never played VR chat, but I would be willing to try it. I do a lot of VR stuff. I actually will be putting out probably another VR video tomorrow on YouTube. I got to record it first, but I actually have like 5 games that I'm scheduled for embargo that I have to play. If you join the Discord and drop your stuff in the Discord, I'll be more than happy to add you and stuff like that. Ooh, the B Club. I don't know what that is, but that sounds fun. I'm gonna assume the B Club. The B stands for beat. Don't do it. We'll see. I always reserve the right to bounce out. Oh, maybe B stands for bounce. Oh yeah, there we go. Pookie Bear cats. I like whenever I hear the word Pookie, I always think of Garfield. Because Garfield has that stuffed teddy bear that he calls Pookie. And I always remembered that. I don't know, I have a soft spot. I almost said hard spot, that would have been weird. I have a soft spot for Garfield. I've always loved Garfield. We have a gray cat named Pineapple, but I'm always kind of a little bit bummed out that I never named her Normal. Cats can be your Pookie. We have 5 cats right now. We have 5 cats, 3 dogs, 1 fish, 2 tortoise, and 10 rats. We've got and then we have we lost a few chickens, but we still have 10 chickens and a rooster. And we have 1 duck. We had 5 ducks, but a lot of them gotten taken out. And then we had a goose, but she also passed away. So we've got a little farm here on our property, which is fun. I love animals. Animals are like my favorite thing. And if you watch you know what? That's actually on my personal YouTube channel. I was going to say you can see my tortoise Rex, but I did that video for my birthday when I got him last year. That was, oh, wow, dude. Thank you for the subscriptions. 5 tier 1 subs? Dude. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Wow. I have more subs tonight than I've had in the last 5 months combined. Thank you. That is incredible. I hope anyone who gets one of those gifted subs, enjoy them. Thank you, cats. Yeah, thank you, cats, so much. Yeah, and now you get to use the fun emotes. And if I can ever get the I don't know if the Discord only chat is working or not, but it was working for a while. I gotta fix that possibly. Oh, and the 1,000 bits, dude, thank you. That is incredible. Do I have to build up some sort of, you know, chat hype train reward for you now. I don't know how this works. Oh man, Zephyr, no worries, man. I gotta get to work in the morning too, but I'm gonna stay up for a while. But thank you so much for hanging out. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a good night. If you want to watch me do any other games or play any other games, let me know, and you know, hopefully we can play some games together, perhaps. I don't know. Wow, thank you for the bits, guys, man. Shoot, that is incredible. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I'm gonna say this really quick. I was having a pretty rough day today. I wasn't sure if I wanted to stream. I'm not feeling well. I'm kind of a little bit getting sick again, and I've been getting sick a lot lately. And you guys just even showing up without the money, without the bits, without the subscriptions, people showing up and just hanging out and talking, like that makes me really happy, and that makes this all worth it. Play with cats? I'll play with cats. So I just wanted to say, like, honestly, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. I really appreciate it, because it's been a rough week. I do want to get back. Like, I normally stream every night, and I've been kind of in this weird funk the last couple of weeks because I've been so sick and things like that, to where I'm not doing my normal streaming every night. And then when I get back in, I feel like I'm streaming to no one. I feel like I'm talking to myself, and it's the last few streams have just been really rough. So I honestly just appreciate people showing up and hanging out and talking. Okay, cool. Awesome. I will add you as a Discord friend off stream, after the stream, and then maybe we can hang out and play some multiplayer madness stuff some weekend. That would be really fun. Like I said, I'm out on Saturday at the dog show, but I'll be back after that. Dude, so I'm gonna say right now, the level 3 hype train that we have going on, I do not. This is my first hype train, by the way. So that's really, really cool. I've never had a hype train before, so thank you. I hope the notifications have been working, because the notifications kind of have been busted. So I should get ready. I got to keep going on here. We ain't hating anyone, by the way. And yeah, there's the link to the Discord if you if someone gets banned, by the way, let me know. I do have a bot that does ban spammers, and I hope that it didn't ban anyone. It says spam detected. So come on, game. Come on. I think I was saying this earlier. This is one of the reasons why I don't play a lot of multiplayer games, because you have to like wait around, and I'm such an impatient person. She said she was sorry. Dude, hype train. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Level 3 hype train. What an incredible thing. That is super rad. Okay, so I have the chat kind of in my ears, so it's kind of just rambling off stuff. If you guys have anything that you want me to talk about, I'm an open book. I don't know if most of you guys know who I am, so let me say this really quick. Hi, my name is Ryan. I've been playing video games since 1988. I used to own a video game store. I've been to E3 since 2009, and I love video games. I've developed some VR stuff back in 2014 when VR still was in development kits of the Oculus Dev Kit 2. So if you have anything you want to hear about the game industry or video games or my opinions on video games, or even just life in general, movies, comics, TV shows, any nerdy thing, because I'm a big old nerd, let me know. I'll be more than happy to talk about anything. Dude, another 5 subs? Are you kidding? Thank you, man. Thank you, Ruger. What is going on tonight, man? That is incredible. Dude, I'm doing so bad at the game right now because I'm just in awe of you guys. That is, man. Again, I'm trying not to get like crazy about it, but that's incredible. Like, that's kind of just like overwhelming in a way. Ain't showing you up? Hey, that's cool. I try to be. I really try to be. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. You know, there's a lot of streamers out there that, you know, will go way over the top, screaming and you know, doing all the over the top stuff. That's not me. In certain aspects. So I do improv, and I've been an actor. I've been on a few TV shows and things like that. And so I do have a big theatrical performance background. And the way that I entertain is because I'm a real person. I'm not going to sugarcoat stuff. I'll give you my honest opinion on things. And I'm going to talk to you like a real human being, not a fake person. And so when you ask me stuff, I'm just going to tell you how I feel about the things, the way that I feel about them, and not over exaggerate to the point where it's unbelievable, because there's a lot of people who will do that. They'll lie to you because they think that's what you want to hear. And I'm not going to do stuff like that. That's just not in my nature. Because at the end of the day, that's kind of what they're doing, right? Did I play a dead hooker on a cop show? No. If you want to play like a 20 questions type of game of what show I was on, I'll be more than happy to play that. Or you can just you can try and do a few guesses. I'll give you a hint. It was on a popular channel, and it was a popular TV show. I would have loved to be a dead hooker on a cop show, though. That would be awesome. Can I take my shirt off? No. And I'll tell you this, why I'm not going to do that. Because I'm streaming from this new studio that we built on our property. And right now it's 30 degrees out, Fahrenheit, which is below freezing, which is why I'm wearing a beanie and a sweater that is covered in fur, is because in this studio right now, the temperature in this studio is about 50 degrees. So if I take my shirt off, it's gonna be real cold, and I'm not feeling super well. So I don't want to get sicker than I'm already feeling. Other than if it was hot in the summertime, oh yeah, oh, a little topless streaming. I think that's okay for dudes, right? On Twitch, I can't do anything that's gonna get me banned, right? But I think that's okay for dudes. We could push the envelope a little bit. That guy's going backwards. What's going on with that guy? He's wanting to take me. I'm in third place. I'm in third place. Look at that. Ha 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 ha. So I played the original Wreckfest back when it was in early access, and I loved it back in 2014. And then, oh, thank you for joining the Discord. I appreciate that. And then in 2017, when the original Wreckfest came out in 1.0 version, I adored this game. And so playing the new game today, I was so hyped for it. I was sitting here all day. So this is my job, by the way. Hey, here, let's pop out a second so you can kind of see what's going on. So, hey everyone, my name is Ryan, like I said, and I stream for a living, but I don't stream video games or podcasting or anything. I do something really boring, which is teach and certify soldering. I'm a master IPC trainer. And so I sit here and I teach and train and certify a lot of professionals all day long, every day. This is my job. And then I come back into the studio at night and stream every night for several hours a day too. And so being here and kind of just hanging out with people after work is like one of my fun things. So like I said, if you have anything that you want to talk about, I'm absolutely happy to do that. You can also, am I pointing to the right one? I was pointing, there we go. You can also join the Discord server if you haven't. If you have, I'm trying to build the Discord server to make it super fun. There is a 24/7 podcast that always is on, and a 24/7 classic streams channel that is always on. You'll see those at the bottom. And if they break, because they break every once in a while, you can just let me know, or you can wait. I usually check it at least a couple times per day. And so if it breaks, I bring it back up. But you can always check out the podcast that's playing 24/7, or the classic streams as well. But I just wanted to kind of give you a little bit of a view of what the studio looks like. I am working on a bunch of other extra stuff too, but yeah. Let's get back to some games. What's up, Wolfman? How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. I hope I didn't offend Bunny by saying I can't take my shirt off tonight. Gotta crinkle up my water. Shoot, I don't think I have any more liquids in here. Oh, I got another water bottle. We're still playing this track. I would like to play another track. Is this game new? Yes, it came out today in early access. This is Wreckfest 2. So I've played Wreckfest 1 a few times on the streams last year. And I've been waiting and waiting and waiting since they've announced that they were making Wreckfest 2. And they said, oh, we're going to do an early access version. So this is an early access. It came out today. It's very bare bones for the most part. Its engine and destructibility and environments and all that are the skeleton of the first game. But they're adding in new tracks and new other extra stuff. And so, yeah, we've been just kind of playing the few tracks that there are in this game right now, but hopefully soon they'll put it out in version 1.0. I'm assuming in the next, handful of not months, years. I hope it's not 3 or 4 years like it did take for Wreckfest 1 to come out. I'm assuming they kind of got what the skeleton of this game. I think the skeleton of this game is pretty much there. Now they're just going to start adding tracks and things. But yeah, the Discord is something that I've been working on, every once in a while to make it a fun place to actually hang out. I love talking about video games. It's my favorite pastime other than playing video games. So introducing a lot of interesting little things here and there over the course of the last year or so has been really fun. Also, the website gameordie.net, that's also the website that I run, where there's, articles and stuff like that too. As far as I know, it's only on PC right now. I believe it's only on PC right now. It will come out for Xbox and PlayStation once the game comes out fully, I believe. But the early access, like they did with Wreckfest 1, I believe is only for PC. I could be wrong. I don't know. But I know for a fact I'm playing it on my PC right now. This is the PC version. I don't think it's for Xbox or PlayStation. Oh no, man. I took my eyes off for a second and I hit that thing. Bummer. I love the destruction. Look, I'm riding on my what is that called? Not the wheel, but the rim. I'm riding on the rim there. I love that. That's great. I was saying it earlier. It is basically what happened to me a couple weeks ago when I blew out my tire on my Subaru. And I had to get home. And my house from where I blew out my tire, it was several miles from my house. But we live out in the boonies. So there's no like place to park. And I was sick and it was dark and it was 30 degrees out. So I just had to drive my car all the way to my house, several miles on a flat tire. And by the time I got home, and I posted it in the Discord, if you check the Hang Zone channel in Discord, and you just scroll up a few messages, you'll see that picture of me that posted the flat tire, and the tire itself is just ripped clean off of the wheel, and it's just kind of hanging there. And that's in my in my parking spot. But luckily, I got new tires. I got an alignment because I needed it, and so we're all good now. But man, that was rough. That was a lot of just white knuckle driving for a little bit because I'm sitting there, I'm sick, I'm alone. It's dark out, it's 30 degrees in the wintertime, and I'm driving through the woods by myself and going, I just hope I can make it home. I just hope I don't destroy my car and I can make it home. I'll deal with this. And I think I didn't even deal with the tire for like a week. I think I left it for like 4 or 5 days before I decided to jack it up, and I was gonna say something else. Jack it up and take the tire off because I was so sick. I was just like feeling terrible. Oh man, dude, there's those little, oh jeez. Oh man, this game is so good with that deformation. That damage on the car. I hit that thing, a piece came flying off and then went in the air and landed back onto the car. That's great. So I'm in 7th place right now. Oh man. No, we're right at the end. We're right at the end. And look, I don't even have a rim anymore. It's just the brake pad. Oh man, this is so fun. I'm having such a good time with this game. Okay, so let's back out of this server because this is all multiplayer. We've just been doing multiplayer. For those of no, we don't want to exit out to the to the desktop. So if you haven't, if you just joined the server, sorry, if you just joined the stream, this is Wreckfest 2. It's an early access, and there's just a handful of tracks. We got the Sand Pit, which is similar to Wreckfest 1 track. We got a Speedway, which has a couple different things. We got a Demolition Derby, a Figure 8 track, which is a race and also just a regular race. The Scrapyard, which was what we were doing, and then the Testing Grounds. So I'll show off the Testing Grounds just for a moment here because this is kind of cool. This is very similar to what they showed off in the original Wreckfest demo back in 2014. And this is really cool because basically what they do is they put you in this like just testing environment. They start you off in like a little destruction derby area where cars are just running into each other and all that. But as you kind of take a look at the skybox, you'll notice that there's a lot of extra weird things going on. And as you drive around this area, you'll see that there's just like machinery that is designed to screw up your car. And it's all there to test out the deformation and damage of the engine that Bugbear has made for this car game. The original name of Wreckfest was New Car Game because they're known for car games. And you can see like the car just gets flattened. The guy, you know, his head's sticking out of the roof. It's just a good old fun time. Everyone loves this. Ooh, let's go into the Smasher. Ah! We made it. We made it. It's still good. It's still good. It just got a flat tire. No big deal. Let's get back up here. And let's see what else we can see. Oh, come on. Come on. But yeah, I was talking about it earlier too. I really want to get back into some VR streams. I haven't done it for a few weeks and I feel bad because I love VR. VR is like one of my favorite things in the world. And I don't know. Oh, there goes my tire. I just haven't done VR streams lately for whatever reason. So if you want to see me play some VR stuff, let me know if there's any games you want to see me play. If I haven't played it before, I'll be more than happy to on the next stream or two. Oh yeah, look at that, just throwing my car out like it's nothing. It's just, yeah, that poor car. And look at the guy. He's so screwed up. I love everything about this game. I'm not gonna lie. It is just enjoyable. Okay, we can do something here. Here, let's turn around. Let's see if we can go into this little squisher. Now, oh, we can't even reverse or turn. The car is just toast. Oh, there we go. We're good. We're good. Okay, let's restart it. Let's restart, and then we'll do another race. We'll do some real racing after this. I just wanted to show this off because this is fun. This is cool. I love that they put this in here. This is what developers should do. They should put stuff like this in their games, these test levels. Everyone loves this stuff, right? It doesn't need to be part of a single player, you know, campaign or story mode or anything like that. But as a little bonus extra thing, like, why not? So many games have come out lately where they just really don't care about the gamer or the customer themselves. They're just building a product to put it on shelves, and they don't really think about who's buying the product and what they enjoy. They're not making a product to be enjoyable. They're making a product to make a buck, right? And that sucks. I think we can all agree that that is a terrible way to make things, is to look at the bottom line, how much money is this gonna make, and that's it. That's all we care about. And it's such a bummer. And that's what I love about Bugbear, is they do stuff like this where they're like, oh, we're just gonna give you this weird thing where you can just drive your car through a smasher or a cannon and have it shoot out, because that's fun and people like that. 70? Almost 80 millimeter, or not millimeters, sorry, that's from work. Meters. When I teach my classes, what I do is I actually have to teach in the metric system. That's the books that I teach out of. They're all in the metric system. So everything is millimeters. I just came out a little bit for a second there. I was just like, wait, that's not right. It's meters. Oh, it's just steps. Okay. Oh, solid. Solid, solid, solid. Can we turn it? Can we build it? Yes. No, we can't. No, we can't. Okay, you know what? I am getting a little bit warm, though. I'm getting a little bit warm. I think I'm sweating a little bit. That's a wall. I thought that was kind of like a ramp. Couldn't tell. Oh, there goes my tire. Oh gosh. Dude, that dude is lucky he didn't lose his legs. Look at that. He's sitting there thanking God that he just cheated death. Okay. I like how it says 0 wrecked. I haven't even wrecked my car yet. My car is still drivable somehow. I'm assuming because it's a rear wheel drive car. I don't know how it's able to steer. That defies logic and physics. I got a flat tire now. Aw, flat tire. Whenever I hear flat tire, all I think of is, oh gosh. In school, when you were younger, like in school, and you would walk behind someone and you would get your foot on the back of their heel and push down and take the person's shoe off of their heel. That was always called a flat tire, and I remember doing that to people in school. I want to run out the timer at least. We got 39 seconds. Can we do it? I think we can. Oh man, I don't know. There goes another tire. We got a rim still. We got 24 seconds left. Can we keep going for 24 more seconds? Oh, we got a flat tire. The last tire is flat. Oh no! With 8 seconds left. Keep going, keep going. Ah, we got 21st place. 21st place. Oh man. Okay. It is almost 2 o'clock in the morning. I do have work. I'm still not feeling well. So let's retire and let's back out to the main menu and let's do one race. Well, maybe we'll do another race. We'll see. We'll see. We'll do the scrapyard first. Load. There we go. There we go. Yeah, man. So far, I've got to say, this game has been everything that I wanted it to be and hoped it would be today. Now, I know and hope that they are going to have more, and I really hope that they add a ton of tracks. I think the biggest thing for me with racing games is I get very bored when there's not enough of variety. Oh my gosh, we're just in this like cacophony of scraping metal. Oh my gosh. Ugh. I think, you know, especially with a track like this, which is smaller. 24 cars on the track at once might be a little too much. Oh no! Ugh. Man. What position was I in? Because now I'm in 22nd. 22nd place. Ugh. I got some makeup to do. No, not makeup like ladies makeup. That would be awkward. That would be weird. Unless we hit another hype train, then maybe we can talk. But I don't think that ain't happening. But man, this has been a rad night, dude. This has been great. Very unexpected, and also, not gonna lie, a ton of fun. Did not expect. Oh, dude, I just noticed those cars on the left-hand side, that they were all standing up. That was one of the, there is a, what is it called? Like it's not a tourist trap, because like it's not a gimmicky place to like suck money out of passerbys, but it was like that, where in the middle of the desert there's this area where you have a lot of cars that are just standing, like it's almost like a junkyard, but it's all cars standing up, and they paint them, you know, different colors and things like that for the seasons. And I remember driving by that with my dad when we came back out here a few years ago, and we did our father-son road trip thing. And that was a lot of fun. Man, this guy right here, this guy, oh, he got me T-boned. That jerk. That jerk. But everything about this game so far, I just have to commend Bugbear about. Like, oh, dude. They have become, and I've said this since 2005 when I was playing Flat Out 1 on my original Xbox. They are doing something that, like, everyone should be doing with car games. Deformation, damage, good physics. Oh my gosh, dude! Oh, he went flying out of the track. I love that. Like, when was the last time you played a racing game, and something like that happened? Or you had this just crap thrown all over the entire racetrack, right? You don't. Only Wreckfest and Flat Out games are doing that. And that's why these games are fun. Or it's not the only reason why they're fun, but it is a big chunk of the reason why they're fun. Is because they are, you know, doing something interesting and unique. So, man, I gotta say, this is everything that I wanted it to be. I know it's going to get better as the development continues. I just want to know, like, roughly where they are in development. I think that a lot of developers kind of need to say that a little bit more. What's up, Squiggly Rhythm? What are the differences from the first game? I mean, track layouts, and that's kind of about it so far. This is in early access, so it is not, you know, crazy different. It's a sequel, so it's the way that I view sequels, and I think the way that most things are made as sequels is the first game or the first movie or TV show or whatever it is, the first thing of that is a foundation. The sequel takes that foundation and builds upon it. So when you get to Wreckfest 2, it takes that, you know, crazy, you know, like in Flat Out, like they called it redneck racing, right? Where it's all just like hicks and redneck and backcountry woods and roads. And they built upon that. Same thing here, same principle, where you've got the junkyard and the destruction derby and a lot of more like Americana type stuff. You have that foundation, and Wreckfest 2 seems like it's taking that foundation and building upon it. So the maps that we have, the tracks that we have, not a whole lot. I'll show you right now. Here, let's back out and let's go into the track menu system really quick and the custom race. And you can see we've got the sand pit, which I don't know because I haven't played Wreckfest 1 in about a year, but this is a very similar, if not the same, but a little bit different than the track with the sand pit mine in the first game. Then we have a speedway, which is an oval, but it also has a demolition derby section and a figure 8 part to it. Then we have the junkyard or scrapyard that I was just playing, and then the testing grounds, which is a newer version of that original Wreckfest 1 or new car game tech demo that they had. So there's a lot of stuff here for a early access day one launch game. But what I'm hoping for is a lot more. They also have multiplayer, right off the bat. They've got the garage where they've got 4 cars. You got the Road Slayer, which I've been driving, the Rocket Car, which is fairly similar, muscle American car, more of a faster, speedier, plasticky type of sedan car called the American one, and then the European one as well. So 4 cars, 4 tracks with some various layout differences. You can change and paint your car, but that's not really enabled. Like, we can do this, but I can't actually, like, I'm physically trying to move around everything, mouse, keyboard, whatever. Can't change the paint color or anything like that. So there's definitely stuff that is like disabled, but it's a fairly robust for what it is. But I'm enjoying it. And like I said, there's a couple of things. Like, you got the main circuit, but then you have a reverse of it. With the speedway, you got speedway race, a destruction derby, and then the figure 8 course. The scrapyard, we got the main route, and then the bone breaker, which is super fun too. Like that, just head-on collision, crash course, and then the testing grounds. So there's a lot of stuff here, and it's fairly robust for, what it is. So we'll do one more track. I feel like I'm losing my voice a little bit. I'll change out the car. We'll do the Rocket. I probably should have done the European or maybe the American one, but that's fine. But I'm loving this game, man. It's so worth the money right now. Just, for what I've been streaming for just about 3 hours now, playing this game. I've gotten my money's worth out of this 3 hours. And this is early access day one. Like, this game is just going to get better and better and better and better and better. But if you're familiar with Wreckfest 1, I believe this track is similar, if not the same, but just, a bit of a different layout than Wreckfest 1. And honestly, that's fine by me if that's just like saying, hey, we might put in Wreckfest 1 tracks into Wreckfest 2. I'm okay with that, as long as it doesn't take away from the available tracks that they're planning. If they went in the design meeting saying, we're going to have 18 tracks, and they go, okay, well, we're going to pull in 5 tracks from Wreckfest 1 out of 18. Like, that's not something I want. I want new tracks. I want new creations. I want new things. That's kind of the gamer that I am, is when I play a game and I finish it, complete it, beat it, whatever you want to call it, where I roll credits on the game, I mostly never return to it. Games that are more mechanic-based and less storyline or narrative-driven, I can actually go back to more often, but I very rarely do still. I've been playing games since 1988, so like I grew up with the original Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis. I owned a video game store as well, so when I play games, I try to play as much as possible, and if you stay with one game for years and years and years, or even months and months and months, you can't experience all that stuff. And when I owned my game store, one of the big things was I wanted to be able to talk about the games that I was selling and be a good salesman. How do you do that? By playing the games, right? So I would have to spend my free time playing multiple different games to be able to tell people if they were good or not, or if they were worth it, or cool parts, so that I could encourage people to buy them. So that's where I always talk about, like, the way that I play video games is I come to a game, usually when it's in 1.0. I very rarely do early access nowadays. Early access has to have either a really, really big, like, game-changing hook, meaning it's something new that's gonna grab me and hook me, and I have to, like, I just have to play it. Or if it's a known quantity game, like this, like Wreckfest, where it's got both that hook of good physics racing, and also it's a known quantity. I know Bugbear, I know Flat Out, I know Wreckfest 1. I know this game is going to be worth it. And I might play this, you know, for this 3-hour stream and then not pick it up for 4 months or 2 years until it's done in 1.0 access. I don't know. It depends on the roadmap for the developers, that if they even give a roadmap, I don't know. I try not to pay attention to that stuff too much if it's a game that I'm wanting to play. Like, I didn't look at screenshots. I didn't look at trailers for this game. I just heard Wreckfest 2 is coming out. And I went, okay, when? March 20th in early access. I went, all right, cool. On March 20th, I marked it on my calendar. And today, this morning, when I loaded up Steam, I saw that it was available to buy, and I went, click, buy. I didn't look at a trailer, I didn't look at screenshots, I didn't look at articles online. I just bought it sight unseen, because that's how I like experiencing video games. Do you have to pay for it again when it fully releases? No. That's also kind of the cool thing about early access. Early access means you're buying the product now with the hope and hopeful promise of a full release. And that's kind of the gamble with early access stuff, and which is why I don't normally do it unless it's a known quantity developer. It's a known trusted developer like Bugbear. They fully delivered on Wreckfest 1. But when Wreckfest 1 got announced, I debated for probably about 3 hours in my mind. Do I want to spend money on a game that is not finished? Because back in 2014, that was kind of the early days of early access still. People weren't really sure what early access meant. They didn't understand the concept of, this game is not finished. You're buying it right now with the hope and promise that the developers are going to finish it, and it's going to be the game that they're saying it's going to be. And over the course of the last decade plus of early access, that hope and promise of the game the developers say are going to be released is dwindled. You rarely can trust what someone says when it comes to early access now. So I am very cautious when I spend my money on early access stuff. But the cool thing is, when you do plop down your money, I think this was like $23 on Steam today, right now, and it's on sale. It's like 20% off for the next couple of days or next week or so for, you know, launch price, launch sale. When you plop down your money and you buy it, you buy the game. I own Wreckfest 2 now. So when it comes out in version 1.0 full retail release in a year, 2, 3 years, 4 years from now, whenever that is, I can load it up and I have the full retail version that I'm going to be able to play online with and, you know, do modding with and all that stuff. So yeah, that when you buy it in early access, you buy the game. And again, it's a little bit of a gamble. Which is why I rarely do it unless it's something that I know I'm gonna like, I know it's right up my alley, or if it's from a known developer that I trust. And in the odd chance it's not one of those two, I will weigh the option of how much does it cost? Am I willing to spend money on this experience that might never get finished? And I've been burned before. There was a game called, and I'll talk about this right now. I have no problem talking about this. There was a game called Drift Stage that came out that got announced and had a Kickstarter in 2013, 2014, somewhere around there. With the promise it was a racing game that had a very slick, 80s retro wave, a synthwave style to it. It looked rad. It looked ultra rad. And that game never really came out. The developer said, oh yeah, I'm going to come out with it, years and years. And basically after radio silence for, I think, a year and a half, 2 years, he finally showed up saying, oh, I got depressed and I spent all the money on depression meds. Sorry. Like, cool, you stole money from us. Give our money back. Oh, sorry, there's no money to give back. I spent it on medication. And it was just like this, oh, you straight up are a fraud. And then it's such a weird, crazy thing where then the IP got sold to someone else, and then another company made another similar game with that art style, but it actually came out, and then the developer said, oh no, they're stealing my art style. And it's like, no, because they actually put out the game that you stole money from and said I'm going to put out, but you didn't. And like, it's just bunch of garbage. So that is the cautionary tale of Kickstarter early accesses. If you're not willing to drop 20, 25 bucks on this game because you don't know Bugbear, you don't trust them or early access, then you might be taking a gamble. For me, I know them. I've been playing their games since 2005 with Flat Out 1, and I've played every single one of their games. I trust these developers. And even with Wreckfest 1, I was talking about it earlier this stream, they did have some weird controversy with Wreckfest 1. I can't remember, it's been so long, and I didn't really understand it at the time, and I never went back to kind of read up on what actually happened. But as far as I remember, either the game was still in early access, and they were completely changing the game to like some free-to-play, game or something like that. Or it was kind of already out in 1.0, and then they were like, oh, we're changing the game to free-to-play or multiplayer only or something. And the community got up in arms, rightfully so, and they backed off on that. And they said, okay, never mind. I don't remember what actually happened with it. Like I said, I really didn't follow it too closely. But it was definitely something where I went, that kind of damaged their reputation just a tad bit in my mind. But nothing to where I wouldn't trust them now, because that was back in like 2015, 2016 maybe. And, that was almost a decade ago. It was like 7, 8, 9 years ago, so who cares, right? They've definitely built Wreckfest 1 to where it's just no comparison. It's so good. So I fully trust them, and I'm willing to drop 25 bucks on this. And like I was saying earlier too, I feel like I got my $25 out of this game, or 23 bucks or whatever it is. I feel like I already got that out of this game with this experience tonight in this 3-hour stream. If I never pick this game up again, I had $25 worth of fun. That's how I view video games. But at the same time, I always am cautious too. I'm not just going to throw my money willy-nilly at anything. I always weigh my options. Is this going to be a game that I enjoy, or is this going to be a game that I try out? And that's also a big thing for me, because like I said, I play everything, or I try to. So I try to be a little bit more cautious. Okay, let's do Scrapyard Bonebreaker. And as much as good as American 1 is, I think it's a little bit overpowered. really easy to control, very good acceleration, I think decent top speed. So let's go with Road Slayer. And we'll do this, and then I think I'll call it because it's past 2 a.m. Yeah, this has been fun, man. This is a great game. I'm really excited to see what they're gonna do with the rest of this game. I hope that they just add more super oh, dude, come on, bot 30. I hope that they add more interesting levels like this. I think this junkyard was the perfect start to this game. This is an excellent beginner starting. I'm trying to think of the word for it. It's not tutorial, but it's like a tutorial level where it's a, man, dude, I am just sucking it up right now. It's that first bite of the game, that first taste of a video game. When you first see it for the first time, like a first impression, right? I think this is such a solid first impression level. It's got style. It's got personality to it. You can sit in this level and drive around it for, you know, a minute or two and start kind of devising what's going on in this world. Okay, we're in a big junkyard. There's tons of cars everywhere. It's actively being developed because you got a crane in the middle and bulldozers and things like that. They clearly like having fun because they've got these ramps built out of metal, right? Metal roofing and sheeting. They've got this school bus that also is creating another jump. They've got this just piles and piles of cars everywhere. They've got a section where cars are standing up vertically like a Stonehenge. You know, like there's character to this level, which is what I love. I love that about this level. And that's just a simple 1 minute, you know, extraction of a basic junkyard. But you can see that there's love and care for the design of this level from the developers. And again, like they've got that crane with that like mail truck or ice cream truck with the red arrow pointing saying, go that way. There is character to this level design that you just don't see with a lot of racing games. And that's why I love the Bugbear stuff so much. Oh, come on. Oh, I'm on lap. Oh, those guys are having a hard time right there. Oh man, yeah, they're not having a good time. Ooh. Oh man, I really messed that up too. Not good, not good. We gotta get out. We gotta get out. There we go. Oh my gosh. I'm a little turned around right now. I think I was going this way. Look at my car. This car is just an utter wreck. We gotta finish. We're close to the end. We're on lap 5 out of 5. We're gonna finish this sucker. We're gonna do it. We're in 7th position. We're gonna take this ramp like a man, like a champ. We're gonna get out of the way of that car. Oh. I have lost my wheel. I am dragging on my brake pad. My pistons are destroyed. We gotta reset though. But we are finishing. There it is, 8th place. 8th place. Golf clap. Golf clap. Good job. Good job, game. All right. Well, holy crap. I was not expecting to stream for 3 hours of that game tonight. I want to say thank you to Ruger and Kat Salami for the raid train, my first real raid train. That was awesome. Thank you for the gift subs as well, man. Anyone who got a gift sub, say thanks to either Ruger or Kat Sayami. Wolfman, thank you so much for hanging out. Squiggly Rhythm, thanks for joining in. Boy Octane, and everyone else who's watching me play this game, man, thank you so much. This has been probably one of my favorite and best streams. Like, honestly, I stream pretty much every night from 11 p.m. Central Time. And I go for a few hours. I do podcasts, I do videos on YouTube, I do written articles on the website, gameordie.net, do a Discord as well. And this is probably my favorite stream I've ever had, or one of them. You know, I've had a good few streams, but tonight was super special. So I just want to say thank you guys. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day / night. I hope you have a good start to your weekend. A happy Friday, as a lot of people say around the Twitch parts. We had a big old joke about that last year, and it kind of caught on. I said it once during the beginning of the stream on a Friday, and like it just caught on like wildfire for like a few months. Like every time people would come in, it was Happy Friday, and so that was fun. But I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day or night wherever you are watching. Thank you so much. Take care. God bless, and I'll be back tomorrow night for more video games. Until then, bye-bye.